Alright folks, welcome once again to my channel, Jude Wawa Boss Ayog. In today's episode of the expose with Wawa Boss, I will be talking about a topic called reversing the human age and the quest for immortality. Let's go. Alright, from time immemorial, mankind has always pondered about the actual reason why people get old and die, and if this phenomenon can be reversed or halted entirely. Alright. In the early 16th century, the explorer Ponce de Leon, a French explorer, supposedly sought a fountain of youth in Florida, and the search for magical elixirs didn't end when he failed to find it. Now, magical elixirs are believed to give men of old immortality, because way back, men and people believed then that taking these magical elixirs will make you young forever, like you will not get old and die. It is also noteworthy that men of old in early days lived very long life, starting from the first man, Adam. But because he went against God by eating the forbidden fruit which God has ordered him and Eve not to eat, after God told them that the day you eat of this fruit, you shall surely die. Now, my question is, does it mean that Adam was supposed to live without death if he hadn't eaten that fruit, the forbidden fruit? Anyways, the Bible recorded that Adam lived up to 930 years. And also, the Bible made us to understand that many men of old lived very long lives as recorded. These men include Enoch, who lived 365 years, didn't actually died, but was taken to heaven by God himself. Also, we have Lamech, who lived for 777 years, Mahalalel, 895, Enos, 905, we have Seth, 912, we have Adam, which I mentioned, 930, we have Noah, 950, we have Jed, 962, we have Kenan, 910, and we also have Methuselah, who lived for 969 years, who is actually the oldest man in history. And it continued even to the days of Abraham, who lived up to 175 years, according to the Bible. Now, it is safe to say that life expectancy has drastically reduced from the ancient days, where the average age of men of old were hundreds of years, compared to what we have today, where people barely live up to 95 years, or worst case scenario, 120. Now, this has led a lot of scientists to think and started researching into what is the cause and how this can be reversed, how it is possible to reverse the aging process or halt it altogether. Scientists might actually be able to reverse the process of aging with recent scientific researches. Now, on a particular research, some volunteers were given a cocktail of drugs for a year, and after they took that drugs for a year, they actually aged backwards. Can you imagine that, aging, for someone to age backwards? Now, they actually lost an average of 2.5 years, that is 2 years and 6 months, from their biological ages. Now, according to the new research, it shows that the marks on their genomes that represent their epigenetic clock, as well as their immune system, actually improved despite the passing of time. I'll explain. Now, an Epigenetic clock is a biochemical test that can be used to measure age. And the test is based on DNA methylation levels. Let's proceed. I'm going somewhere. A researcher named Steve Horvath from the University of California in Los Angeles told the Nature journal, you can check nature.com, which is actually the biggest or leading science journal in the world, and they're actually the first to have reported these findings. Steve Horvath, had expected to see a slowing down of the clock, but not a reversal. And he was so surprised to see that instead of it probably slowing down, it actually reversed. So, and that felt kind of futuristic, However, some scientists have come out to warn or come out to caution that the study was done with a very limited number of participants. Actually, 9 people. Only 9 people took the drug, you understand? So, and there was no control group, But if it is confirmed by further researches, it could have a huge impact on healthcare and the treatment of some diseases, and also change the mindset of people, how they think about aging. In the research, the participants were given a growth hormone and 2 diabetic medication. Now, scientists then monitored the subjects' epigenetic clock to understand the effect on how they age. A combination of growth hormone and 2 diabetics medication that was actually not mentioned. Probably they are keeping it for their own patent rights. Did the magic. The epigenetic clock is measured by the body's epigenome, which is a record of the chemical changes to an organism's DNA. Now, as people age, chemical modifications or tags are added to people's DNA, and those change throughout their lives. So, by looking at those tags that is added, a person's biological age can be actually measured. Now, researchers had actually intended to look at how the growth hormone would change the tissue in the thymus gland, which helps with the body's immune functions and sits in the chest. This thymus gland normally it shrinks after someone becomes puberty, but they hope to see whether it would be pushed to regrow. You understand? By giving participants the growth hormone. Now, when Professor Horvath looked at 4 different measures of the epigenetic clock to understand the different ages of each of the patients, he found that every one of them had reversed significantly. So significantly that he is optimistic about the results, despite the limited number of people that actually participated. Scientists now hope to test the same effect with more persons through controlled research and with different age groups, ethnicities, race, and also with women. Now, the changes could still be seen in the blood of 6 participants who provided samples long after the study has finished. Some of the drugs used in the cocktail are already being researched as a way or ways of fighting age-related diseases, but the discovery of the combined effect of 3 of them could have major implications for the ways that the variety of different drugs are used, tested also. So with the sources that was recorded with this particular research, and more further researches would definitely be carried out on more persons, like I mentioned, by more scientists, then someday in the nearest future, there could possibly be a chance that aging and death by age may be eliminated, and the aging process could be reversed, and this would lead to achieving mankind's quest for immortality. Now, when I said death by aging, I didn't actually mean death entirely. People could still be dying from diseases, dying from plagues like this virus pandemic, or by accident, or by any other form. But what this topic is actually talking about is the ability for science to stop aging and death by age, and the ability to treat sicknesses relating to age, like the failing of human organs and some useful hormones in your system due to age. Let me stop here. I want to thank you all for watching this video. As usual, please like this video, drop your comments, share this video, and please subscribe to this channel where you get informed and also get educated. Thank you all.